Where do you think you are from? Africa Black.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. All right, Africa Black. We're gonna pull a hop out rock eye today. I got a very interesting individual in today. Before we get too deep into politics and society and all that kind of stuff, I really want to get a better understanding of who you are and where you're from and your upbringing and all that kind of stuff.
Well, my name is Charrise Lane. I'm 20 years old, and I grew up here in West Orlando. I currently live here in Richmond Heights, so that's that. And growing up, when I went to school, I went to a private Christian school, predominantly black, but also conservative, and it's on Ivy Lane. So that's kind of my upbringing and where I'm from.
Okay. School. How was school? What school did you go to? I feel like school plays a big factor in the way you think today.
I currently go to a university called Bob Jones University in South Carolina, so I'll be a junior in August.
Okay.
That's the school I go to.
And in school before college, elementary, middle, high school?
Like I said before, I went to a predominantly black private Christian school on Ivy Lane called Victory Christian Academy. And so I went there from the first grade to the 12th.
Okay. So
I only went to public school at kindergarten. So.
Did you like school? Did you like the private school?
Yes, I loved it.
You loved it.
So that's why I graduated from.
Smaller classes?
Yes, it's a very small school.
Okay, that's cool. So let's get into, you're 20 now, right? So let's speak currently. Let's speak political beliefs. My first time seeing you was on Instagram. It seemed to be that you were pro-Trump. When I seen that, I was surprised / confused, and instead of judging you, I really wanted to reach out to you because I didn't understand. When I don't understand something, I want a better understanding of it or of the person or whatever the case is. And still to this day, I don't fully understand why you think the way you do, but I respect it.
Thank you for that.
Black woman, West Orlando, predominantly black neighborhood, middle class, I would say, and you're pro-Trump. Can you speak on that?
Yes. First of all, I would say, why wouldn't I support Trump? When he was running against, everybody knows, Hillary Clinton. And when her and her husband were in office, one of the things that I didn't like that they did,
right.
First of all, they took $13 billion from Haiti, which I consider very racist because why would you do that? Like they had an organization called the Clinton Foundation, and the money was supposed to be for Haiti, but they took that from them.
They took it and used it for
themselves. They took $13 billion from Haiti, which people don't really know about them. And also, when her and her husband were in office, they participated in creating a crime bill which started the mass incarceration of a lot of people in the black community. So when I saw her running against him, my only choice was him because she's purple. So that's one of the reasons why.
So was it like an order of elimination? It was like, if I can't pick her, I'm gonna pick him.
Well, at first, yes, but when I started to hear his policy, that's when I really started supporting him. One of the things that he is for is he's pro-life, which means he's against abortion. Over the years, starting with when they passed Roe v. Wade in the Supreme Court, since then, over 19 million black babies have been murdered through abortion in the black community. Now, since then, that has cut our population.
Not to cut you, I want to get into the abortion thing.
That's what I'm talking about now.
Yeah, and I see you get into detail, but before you get into detail about it, you said Trump is pro-life. And then you start talking about abortion. Black people in America, we're living, right? Living a life. I don't see in any form, shape, fashion, or way that Trump is for black people, so I can't agree or see or understand why you would say Trump is pro-life when not only does he hate a race of people and showed many ways of why and how, not even why, but how he hates black people. But what do you mean he's pro-life? What does that mean?
Pro-life as in against abortion. And that's what I was getting into.
Okay.
So, since Roe v. Wade passed in the Supreme Court, like I said, over 19 million black babies have been murdered through abortion, which has since then cut down the black population to 13%. Now, that 19 million, that's actually more than people dying in the Holocaust. why would a politician stand for abortion when that's the #1 killer in the black community, and it's proven to be? Per day, over 900 black babies are aborted. So think of how much black babies added up to time. Think of how much more people we could have had in our community if we weren't killing our babies. So that's one of the things that I like about him.
Okay, name something else you like about Trump. I'm real curious to see if you can make a list of even 4 or 5 things of what you like about Trump and how he benefits us and you and your people.
Another thing that he has done is since he's been in office, he has passed something called the First Step Act, which is a prison reform bill, and he has had both Democratic and Republican support. So by passing that, since then, a lot of people have gotten out, and basically what that would do is that will get people out who were in jail, especially a lot of black people, on first-time drug offenses. I don't know if you know any people who have been in there, but I know people who've been in there for like 30, 40 years on a drug offense, on a nonviolent drug offense. And what he has done is he has set that into place, and because of that, people are getting out now. A lot of people in the black community, especially because of that prison reform bill.
I've heard a little bit of that, so I understand where you're going with that, and I can respect that. I'm not sure if we should thank Trump for this taking place, but I can understand.
Well, I think that we should, because what people don't know is he sent out, I don't know if it was a letter or some type of call to all of the celebrities and everything, telling them if you know someone who's in jail and you want to fight on their behalf, you want to fight for prison reform, then come to my office. And I know one of the ones, I think it's Meek Mill, he tried to go and Jay-Z actually stopped him from going to meet the president to talk about prison reform. That's for him to say. But I don't really agree that just because you don't like the person, that you can't go to him on behalf of your people, on behalf of making changes for your community. I don't agree.
2020 is coming up real soon. You're voting for Trump, correct?
Yes.
Why are you voting for Trump? You haven't had enough Trump?
You said I haven't had enough of Trump?
Yeah. You want him to continue, I guess, his legacy?
I want him to continue, and so far, the policies that he said he was going to do, like he has done everything that he said he was going to do. Okay. So that's one of the reasons why I support him also, because when he was running, the promises that he said, they sounded good. So I was like, okay, I'll go along with it. And since then, it's almost been 4 years. He has delivered all of those promises that he has set out to do.
Okay, I can respect that. Now let's talk about your community. You get a lot of backlash, a lot of hate. You get called a lot of names from people in your community, outside of your community. Why do you think you get so much hate and backlash?
I think that people, when they see me, they only see one side.
Right.
They don't understand me, and they don't stop to listen to why I support President Trump. And also, by looking at the news and the media, the news is very one-sided also. And as long as you're looking at the news without researching for yourself, you're going to listen to what they tell you to listen to. Okay. For me, I don't really watch the news. I actually do my own research, and come to my conclusions with that. I don't watch the news because they can oftentimes brainwash you into thinking what they want you to think.
Right. So. That makes sense. I can understand. Like I said, I didn't really want to judge you, because the fact that you're even thinking, I can applaud and I can respect that, because a lot of people judge a book by its cover. They don't analyze, they don't do the research or get information on what's going on. They just pick a side and stay with a side. And really they're ignorant. When you don't think about something, you just do it because if someone else is doing it, follow the leader, whatever the case is. I think you're ignorant, and I can respect that your brain is working and your brain is thinking. Let's talk about immigration in America. I know Trump is real big on immigration. I've seen a few posts. You spoke about immigration in this country. How do you feel about that?
I believe in immigration. I mean, my dad is from Jamaica, came here legally. I believe in legal immigration. I'm not against immigration as long as it's legal. But if you're coming over here...
As long as it's legal, you said? So how you feel about illegal immigration?
I don't agree with it because it is a crime. I mean, you can't be putting our people in jail and calling them criminals and they're American citizens, but when illegals come over here, you're calling them undocumented immigrants instead of legal aliens. I mean, it all depends on the term that you use, and if you're coming over here illegally, that's a crime.
And you believe it's a crime?
Yes, I do.
Can we speak on your father? What about your mom? Your mom, was she born here?
My mom, she was born and raised here, yes.
Okay, so your father came here legally, illegally?
Legally.
Legally? Okay, so for illegal immigrants that come here and are law-abiding citizens, they go to work.
I mean, they're not really law-abiding if you're not a citizen. I mean, if you're here illegally. I understand what you're saying when you say, they go to work and do things in the community or whatever, but you have to go through the right steps in order to become a citizen. Now, I do think that we need to ease up the process, because the process of coming here is very hard and it's very tedious, and you have to know all of this stuff. But as an American citizen, I do believe that everyone needs to come here legally in the right way.
Right. How do you feel about the wall? The wall that's being built?
I support it, and we were waiting a long time for it, but he's now starting to build the wall, and I do believe in the wall.
All right, so another topic I wanted to touch on, a current topic, Central Park 5, and how Trump basically still feels the guys are guilty. Just his opinion on the whole Central Park 5. Did you see the documentary or the series?
I did.
How do you feel about it, and how do you feel about how Trump reacted to
Yes,
the
he
situation?
He probably should apologize. Just apologize and let people know what it is. But at the end of the day, you can't blame him for the situation that they were in. Yes, he took out an ad, but at the same time, the Democratic mayor of that city, before Trump even took out the ad, he called them monsters on television.
Called the boys monsters?
Yes, on national television before President Trump even took out the ad. Now today, he has his name on the bridge in New York. Why aren't people coming at him? Also, with the media, President Trump was going along with what the media was saying, because the media was saying that all of them were guilty, even in the newspapers, all of them were guilty. But at the end of the day, you can't blame him for it. You need to blame the prosecutors. You need to blame the judge. You need to blame the jury. You need to blame the system, because at the end of the day, they were responsible for what happened to those boys.
Right. So you feel? Do you feel Trump went overboard when he said the things he said?
Yes and no, because at the same time, he was just saying and thinking what the media was saying. He was repeating what they were saying.
Okay. So you think he fell victim to how media brainwashes his audience today?
Yes, I do, and I just believe, and I feel like people should blame the system more back then than blaming him, because even back then he wasn't even I know he was a big rich man, but he wasn't even a politician.
Right.
It was that mayor who was a politician, a Democratic mayor who's still alive today, whose name is on that bridge, who said those boys are monsters on national television. Right. So if we need to call out President Trump, we need to call out that Democratic mayor.
Understood. And here I'm just here to listen. I don't really want to say too much of my beliefs or my thoughts or how I feel about anything. I really want to just get a better understanding of who you are and how you think. So another topic I wanted to touch on was the hat.
Mm-hmm.
The hat. What do you feel the hat represents?
For me, I feel like
and why do you wear the hat?
I feel like the hat represents everybody else, especially the people who have DM'd me saying, oh, they're too scared to go out and say that they support Trump. They're too scared to wear their hat. I feel like me wearing that is showing them that it's okay, that there are other people who are brave enough to do it for you, and it's not a sign of hate. It's not a sign of hate to me. It's a sign of bravery.
Sign of bravery.
To me, it's letting people know that they cannot bully me and that they cannot judge me for my opinions, and that I have a right to my own opinions.
Okay. So, were you agreeing with Kanye West when he was wearing the hat?
But I was, even before Kanye came out, I was a Trump supporter then. I was a Trump supporter when Trump was running. I was in high school. I was a senior. I wasn't able to vote for him because I was 17,
right.
But I was a Trump supporter then. I just was too scared to come out and do it. And so when I did, the first time I did it was last October. And that's when I wore my hat out in D.C. when I went to the White House to go see him. And ever since then, I haven't really been afraid to wear it out. And
So are you Trump 2020 or Kanye 2020?
I'm Trump 2020. Kanye is Trump 2020, so I'm Trump 2020.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about you said you get a lot of backlash, right, within your community. What about your family?
In the beginning, a lot of my family did not agree with me, especially my dad. Like, he hates President Trump. But at the end of the day, we all came to an agreement that we are family, and no matter what, we're going to support each other. So yes, a lot of my family, they do not agree with me. Some do, some don't. But at the end of the day, we all respect each other, and we're rooting for each other. So,
not to bring up too many bad memories or whatever. What's some kind of things or comments has been made to you or towards you that's been extremely, hurtful or anything of that matter? Is there anything that stood out?
It hurts for people in my own community to call me certain names that are really horrendous. One of the ones that I really don't like is when they call me a bad wench. And if you don't know what a bad wench is, that's back then during slavery times when they would use a black slave woman to have her sleep with the master. And so I've been called that. I've been called a coon, Uncle Tom, house nigga, all of that, because of my different opinions. And I just don't agree with calling me names for my different opinions. But if you have a different opinion, I can respect you.
Okay. So what keeps you going? I mean, this is all stuff that would break anyone. Make anyone hide in a shell.
Yeah.
What keeps you going? What keeps you motivated and inspired and just keeps you going even when you receive all of this negative hate?
I'm a Bible believing Christian, and I pray and I ask God to help me, and I read my word. I read what His word says about me, and I don't listen to what anyone else has to say about me that's a negative. I declare things. I say I'm a child of God. I'm a daughter of the King, and these negative words do not have power over me. So for me, being a Christian, it has helped a lot, because when everyone else is against me, I know I can turn to God and He can be with me. So that's what has been keeping me. And at times I have wanted to give up, but I'm still in here. I'm still in this game. I'm still in this race, and I'm not going to give up.
Okay, as far as church, how's the church treating you? You say you're a Christian, you go to church?
Yes, my grandfather is actually a pastor.
Okay.
So that's my family. I mean, I grew up at the churches. I was born there. Right. So although some of them still disagree with me, they respect me. They respect my opinions. We still talk, still hang out, still have a good time at church, and that's that.
Right. Okay. You said you're in school, you're in college, you go to university. What are you studying for at the university you attend?
My major is communications, and then my minor is political science, and I want to go to law school. Okay. So when I go back to school, I will start studying for the LSAT, and I think I'll be taking the LSAT, which is the test to get into law school, probably the summer after my junior year coming up.
Okay, so you want to be a lawyer of some kind?
Yes.
What kind of law would you
I want to practice constitutional law and family law.
Okay. Yeah, so siblings. You said how many?
I have 4.
4. Younger, older? 2
of them are younger. Yeah, 2 of them are younger and 2 of them are older.
And how do they feel about you being pro, I guess, Trump?
I haven't asked the 2 older ones, but my little sister, she is pro-Trump, and she's been pro-Trump for a while. She just didn't come out and let people know.
Why don't you think she's letting people know?
She's scared of the backlash, like what I've been eating.
Okay. For
the past all those months since I came out. And as for my brother, my younger brother, I think he's pro-Trump, but he doesn't really talk about politics that much. So.
Okay, cool. So let's get into something. A lot of times, especially places where I am, I feel like, and I get this from being in society or in the society that I am, I get the idea or the impression of being pro-black and pro-Trump are completely opposite. So, meaning if you're pro-black, you can't be pro-Trump. And if you're pro-Trump, you can't be pro-black, because people, especially black people, feel that Trump is so far and so the opposite of black. Do you feel you can be, first of all, are you pro-black?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. And as we know, you're pro-Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that works on the same narrative? Like, do you think they are the same thing?
I think that they can go together. I mean, I'm an example. And like I was saying, when I was talking about abortion, anybody who is against abortion any candidate, any president who's against abortion, I believe, concerning, especially in the black community,
Right.
the black community. If you're against that, you're pro-black, because how can you be killing all these babies that adds up over time, and then say that you're pro-black?
Okay.
So for that, I would say yes, that can go together. You can be pro-black and you can be pro-Trump.
Okay. Well, you did say you're pro-black, so I wanted to ask the next question. But you did talk a lot about abortion, and then I see you a few times speak on your social media about black on black crime, and that black on black crime. Did you say black on black crime was worse than abortion, or abortion was worse than black on black crime?
Abortion is worse because of how many people it has killed, but black on black crime is still prominent.
Right, right. And then you also touched on something about we need to start not blaming ourselves, but what's the word I'm looking for? Taking accountability, I guess, for what we do and the black on black crime, because we're killing each other in a ridiculous manner, in a ridiculous amount. How do you feel about black on black crime?
I mean, I don't support it at all. You can't go out and blame white people for our extermination.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're all brothers and sisters. We are a close-knit community, so why would we be killing each other?
Right. Makes a lot of sense. Because I know you speak heavily, and that you get a lot of backlash. Like when I posted you, they were just saying stuff like, she always talking about black on black crime, but what about when the police are killing us and all that kind of stuff? And I don't think you avoid or ignore that, because as you know, that's happening as well. But I feel, even though there is black on black crime, there's white on black crime, and that's a serious thing. So it's not like one or the other; it's both. But you have to be aware that it's both, instead of just blaming the black on black crime. Because that's a lot of people was getting at me about. It's like, yeah, this girl is only talking about the black on black crime, but is she not seeing the white on black crime? The cops killing us, the racism, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. It's like, I respect where you're coming from, and I also respect it because you have something to say. And you're not just saying it, you're saying it and you're backing up what you're saying. You have proof, you have evidence, and all that kind of stuff. So I can respect it, because a lot of people are ignorant, don't know what they're talking about. Right. They're just saying it because they could be bandwagon, or they're saying it because, you know, the next person's saying it, or they're just saying it because they feel it's the right thing. So I respect your bravery. For one, even with them, I don't have to agree with it, but I can respect it. Well, with you wearing the hat, with you being a predominantly black neighborhood, and being against the grain and just believing something different, I could commend that. I can commend that. Damn, my bad. Yeah, so like I was saying, I can commend that and I respect that. You get a whole bunch of backlash. Is it worth it? That's the question.
I do believe that it is. I don't know if you heard the saying, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. This is what I believe in. This is what I'm standing for. I'm not doing this for clout. I'm not doing this for clout. I don't receive death threats for clout. This is what I believe in, and so I'm going to stand on it. Okay. So I really do think that it is worth it. It's going to be worth it in the end.
Okay, cool. So for people that's watching and tuning in, what do you want to say in your final words? What do you want to say to support whatever you stand for?
I want to say, before judging others, you have to stop and think. You have to stop and do your research, and you have to stop and come with the facts. Before you hop on me, just do those things. And when you start researching, your eyes will begin to open up. You can stay ignorant if you don't know the facts, but if you start researching, such as what I did, your eyes are going to open up, and that's going to be that.
Okay, cool. Matter of fact, before we end it, Malcolm X. You familiar with Malcolm X, right? I think I seen you post. I'm not sure. What's your thought on Malcolm X? Because Malcolm X was also someone that was against the grain, and he died because of it, believing in what he believed in. What's your thoughts? Your final thoughts on Malcolm X?
I didn't agree with everything that Malcolm X said for, but one of the things that I agree with is when he was talking about the white liberals and the white Democrats, and how they pander to the black community and give us nothing in return. They'll be the ones, if they come here, and they'll be the ones singing amigos with you, but then will gentrify your neighborhood. They'll be the ones. So that's one of the things that I agree with him on about white liberals and how they overall corrupt the black community.
Okay, cool. Well, I definitely appreciate the conversation, the words. I definitely learned from a different perspective, and I can respect that. I definitely feel how I feel. Don't really want to get into so much how I feel, but I kind of just wanted to be a sponge and soak up and understand how you feel, because I do feel we need different beliefs within the community, within the world. Everyone can't think the same.
Right.
Everyone can't dress or look the same. It has to be different, overall different everything. Or otherwise, we're just going to be a one-sided world. So I can appreciate and I can respect deeply on how you feel. And I can say for sure, you may not like her, but she's definitely doing her homework. She's definitely doing her research. And you got your receipts. You got your receipts, and I can respect that. So one more time, I want to thank you for chopping it up with me. Where can they find you? They want to find you.
You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all by the same name, at Charrise Lane, CharriseLane.
Okay. AfricaBlack, man. We gonna pull up, hop, rock out every time. Let's do it, man.